watch the video I linked in commas while you have a minute. You gotta hurry.
You cheated against the wolf guy. Okay. We got another guy on YouTube who cheated. Right, this who called Lubo cheater? People coming in saying that you cheated against the wolf guy. Okay. We got another guy on YouTube as well saying I cheated. Right, this who called Lubo cheater? Probably Wolfie's chat. I said I looked at my left side every time before making a move. The impulse of looking at chat. Oh, okay, dude. I don't know, man. Hey, Jazz Kryptonite on the YouTube side. Listen, man. If you want, you can watch back through. That's fine, dude. People are saying he's looking at
10 seconds.
monitor. I naturally just here. I can even hit the button for you. This is what my monitors look like, dude.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I beat your boy.
All right, here we go.
Enjoy the sick music, y'all. Enjoy the sick music, y'all. What's up, Brightside? Damn it, I had something I wanted to say to you, Brightside, but I can't remember what it was. We got an echo? Oh, it's because of me. It's because of me. That was my bad. Because I'm sharing, like, my screen. All right, that's good. I need to be aware of that. So I have to completely mute stream, which is totally fine. Marathon doesn't stream to Discord. The way we have our stream set up, it doesn't stream to Discord cleanly while not capturing mouse input unless you do full screen. So you're getting all my audio. So good call. Thank you.
I had a question about this actually the other night. When you were streaming to me on Discord, I could not hear any of the voice chat. How was that possible?
I have no idea, man.
They must be doing something special because I assumed even if I couldn't hear you talking, I'd be able to hear the people you were playing with talking. And I could hear all of the game audio totally fine, but I could not hear any of your voice chat. So they must have some thing going on where they don't push that through.
Yeah, is Tony echoing at all for you guys? Because he's coming through my audio stuff. Yep. Okay, so Tony, you're gonna be echoing.
I will.
Because...
Hold on, I'll fix it so that. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because I have to hear. I hear Tony through a different thing, and that's coming out of my.
I turned off my voice on the stream, so I'm just.
Okay, perfect.
Yep.
How's that, guys? Did that work? It should work.
It's Marathon's fault this time. It's not our fault.
Yeah, it's the way that I have to stream Marathon. So you're just really low volume now. Okay, let me try to turn him up. I got him max volume here. Shit.
You need me to be louder?
Yeah, they need you to be louder. I can hear you just fine, but they need you to be louder.
Gain up a little bit here. That's probably the only thing I can really do.
Or just like really project, like be louder than you normally are, and you'll probably be okay.
What's up, chat?
that was wonderful,
Let's
dude.
fucking go. My voice is back today.
So I wanted to show you guys I wanted to start here on this this menu splash whatever. No, that's intentional, Shooty. The marathon category on Twitch is very, very low. We're not streaming in a let's play format. I'm gonna do like design talk stuff. So don't expect a lot of like sick fucking gameplay. I'm still gonna try, but I'm mostly gonna do solo no fill so that it's not really a great representation of how the game is balanced to be played. The game is meant to be played in a pre-made squad. It's very unfriendly to solos. So I'm just going to click through this. Lovely art, good music. If we're talking about quality, because that's often how... So I'll back up a little bit. A lot of what I've seen about Marathon is people talking about whether it's good or bad. And then they provide a subjective opinion, which is what they mean is whether or not they like it. I'm going to try to talk about objective quality here and clarify when I mean I like something or dislike something, and that's my personal taste. So I'm going to try to do something a little bit different with like breaking it down about what I think stands out that shows that this is a well-made product or not. I guess spoilers, I do think this is a well-made product. Bungie put in a lot of effort on this, and it shows. And I think that's where you can see why Bungie has that pedigree that they have. So if you guys look at this, the splash is fantastic. The audio is really good. It's very cohesive. This is just a really cool opening menu screen. They did good work on this. So I'm going to click through. Oh, you guys see Cornholio? That's hilarious. Cornholio is our stream bot. So that's what that is. I thought it was funny, and so we named it Cornholio. It's actually Fractal Grove, I think. But for us, when we stream, it's a picture of Beavis with a shirt on his head, and his name is Cornholio. So if you guys are wondering what that is, it's me, Tony, and Cornholio. And Tony is Octoni from Nubbies. He's not Wallfacer in our stream Discord. Okay, so the transition into this menu is really good. This is a very obvious stylistic choice. Everything is a gradient of gray to black in the background. Very intentionally stylistic. There's very bright contrast and pops of primary colors that are, I think they're complementary. My color theory is lacking, but Adder, feel free to correct me. You're more art adjacent than I am, but I think that the color choices are really good, especially like with the aesthetic they're going for. Admittedly, it's going to be divisive. Some people would be like, I don't fuck with this and I don't like it. That's fine. That's a subjective choice. The objective quality of it is high. So classic good UX, really good for console players too. Yeah, it could have just been all gray and looked good. I totally agree with that. So here's my like readout. My notoriety is level 44, so I'll show you guys how all that works out. So we're gonna go through the menus first and sort of like break that down so you have a little bit of understanding. I will admit that so here let's change the runner a little bit because that's a stylistic choice they're going for. So I'll just click Void, and you can see as Void comes in, so they do this like shader on it so he intentionally looks flat. There's a lot of that going on, and they're doing it on purpose, it's interesting. It definitely fits with the gameplay aesthetic. As I played more of this, I realized a lot of that disconnect that I think players were reacting to and watching the live action trailer or like the CG trailer, whatever you want to call that, and all of the cinematic content that they made, and then they showed gameplay footage. There's a stark contrast between those. They don't match very well, and it's because the game has a very specific style that I think works really well. Yeah, I'm with you on that. I do think the menu lighting needs a pass. I could agree. I can agree there for sure. Yeah, Corpo Dystopia is definitely the vibe they're going for this. You'd say more high contrast and complementary? All right, cool. Thank you, Tony. Yeah, you're looking through an AI sensors, bro. It's immersive. I like it. So, let's look at the runners. So you've got 4 archetypes. People were calling this a hero shooter. I see why, but I think it's just a cosmetic relation to being a hero shooter. And while it can be somewhat Apex-y, you could say that it's kind of like Apex. I don't think that is also true. I personally think when you play the game and you feel it, it doesn't feel like Apex, but it absolutely looks like Apex. So, interesting. It feels very different. It feels a lot more like Bungie Halo, and what I mean is like Halo 3, Halo Reach, Destiny. It feels like that. It's a slower Destiny, so it feels more like a Bungie Halo game to me. In terms of how movement and gunplay works, it feels very much like a Halo game. So I think that's a good thing. For me personally, I think that's good. I like that. I always love Bungie shooters. I've always really enjoyed playing them. They have a very good game feel to them, and the game feel is all in the animations, how your character moves, the audio that goes with the gunshots. It's classic good Bungie design in that regard. Yo, what's up, Primal? Welcome, dude. We haven't seen you in months. Thanks for hanging out with us. Void probably wears assless chaps when partying. Yeah, actually. Again. I mean, like, okay. Again. I can relate to Void a little bit because he's very like fucking cyborg future goth man, and I feel that deep in my heart. So I'm with that, but I don't think he's wearing assless chaps. I think he's just very sad and doesn't want to talk to anyone. That's the vibe I get from Void. But anyway, let's go back through. Let's look at each of the kits, or not, it's not really a kit. It's hard to explain. A lot of these differences are really subtle. So these two guys are focused on movement abilities. So I'll break it down for you. So Search and Destroy is, this is your ulti, right? This is a thing you can use very infrequently, and it gives you more burst damage. So you're really trying to burn something down. I believe that this is probably better used in PvE because the AI in this, the PvE combatants are very strong. And I don't just mean they have laser aim and they're bullet sponges. They will flank you. They will throw grenades at you to flush you out of cover. They will fire suppressing shots at your last location. When they saw you last, they will just put bullets down range on you. So you can't peek the same angle twice on the AI, which is really fucking good. So I'll get more into that as we get into gameplay, but the AI is great. So anyway, I think his ulti, his Q, I think it's meant for really burning down groups of AI because you have to be sustained fire, like blasting at something for a while for those missiles to go off. And when you're fighting runners, it's often like hit and run, like you're moving around. Runners are players. So you get a couple shots on a guy, you need to get into cover, your teammates hitting from another angle, shit like that. So standing there and trading is not something you ever really want to do in this game in PvP. You need to use a lot of tactics. That's where the extraction shooter really starts to shine. Feels more like Tarkov in that regard. You got multiple angles being held by you and your teammates. You're really trying to like be tactical and lock shit down. If you don't do that, you're probably going to die or get lucky and win, you know? But let me see what you guys are saying in chat. Glitch is most definitely not inspired by Yolandi. Yeah, dude, 100%. I'm really glad you said that because I couldn't figure out what Glitch was looking like to me.
Neuralink set.
Very Yolandi. 100%.
Tell said he's waiting.
Foxconn aesthetics. Can you shoot grenades out of the air? Actually, I don't know, man. I'd be shocked if you couldn't because that's always been that way in Bungie games. You could do it in Destiny. You could do it in Halo. It's always the way it works. Grenades, for what it's worth, move very quickly. So it's really hard to see them coming through the air. They don't feel like Halo grenades in that regard where you can like see the toss and like kind of understand. Everything moves really quickly, so it's difficult to kind of like track when a grenade is flying at you. But I would imagine that you can shoot it out of the air. Okay, so Riot Barricade. This is similar to like Reinhardt, a hero shooter, Overwatch, but I just want to give you guys a clear analog. So I'm not saying this is a hero shooter because I don't think it is a hero shooter. But this is good because Locust is really good at getting into something, like getting into a fight, and you need something to get you back out if you overcommit. And oftentimes when you commit with Locust, you'll burn yourself out, so you can't use your cooldowns to get back out. So you need a Riot Barricade to just like pop up, you know, hold a spot while you slowly back out into a good spot. So this is where I'm talking about movements. The thruster, anytime you jump, you can hit jump again in the air, and you will like, the best analog I can give is like Titan shoulder charge from Destiny. You'll shoot in one direction, and it's based on your WASD input. So if you're pressing backwards when you do it, you'll launch backwards. It's a very big boost. It uses a ton of your stamina meter. It's likely to burn you out when you use it. This is his sprint. You double tap sprint, and you will run twice as fast as anyone else who's sprinting. So you really haul ass. You can use this as much as you want. Same with the air thruster. So this guy's about getting into a spot. He's really good at repositioning and moving to another spot, but being like in the fight. So that's kind of where he shines really well. He's more of like a brawler, gets in the spot, gets into the combat.
New body,
So let's go over to Glitch. Glitch is really good at mobility and getting into weird places. This character, I think, is most like an Apex Legends. Any character you can play in Apex, this character kind of feels that way. She gets this is a thing that makes it so you can sprint, you can dash, you can do things like melee. Anything that uses your stamina meter does less stamina heat buildup, so you can use that more often. You can really do a lot of stuff and just be very chaotic and very hard to pin down. So the way Glitch, I think, gets played effectively is when a fight starts off, Glitch is going to go get a really weird flank by double jumping on top of some shit and putting bullets at an angle that the enemy team does not expect where you'd be coming from. So this is a powerful ability. It's kind of like a grenade, but it just does a big blast. So she gets like an arm cannon that she can just like shoot a little projectile out that blows up. I haven't seen it used too effectively. It seems like it's probably not as good as some of the other tactical abilities, which I think is the F slot for other characters. So like, for instance, Locust is the shield, Glitch is this disruptor, Blackbird's is actually a grenade, which we'll get to in a second. But other than that, this is just double jump and then power slide. So anytime Glitch slides at a higher speed for a longer distance than any other runner does. So Glitch can like really just shoot across gaps and then double jump and get up onto some shit. She's very hard to pin down. So then we go to Blackbird. I think, so this is interesting to me. I've seen a lot of people talking about Blackbird and the design choice for Blackbird. People saying Blackbird is a must pick. Having wall hacks is so powerful. Everyone needs a Blackbird on the team. I strongly disagree. And having played all of the runners, I think Blackbird, while yes, Blackbird has that good kit, it really only applies to a team fight when you're fighting another group of runners. So otherwise, Blackbird's very weak. Blackbird doesn't really do a whole hell of a lot other than provide intel. So Blackbird needs to stay out of the fight most of the time, stay in the back, stay on flanks, not really engaging. Blackbird's more of like the support, if that makes sense. There's not really any support runners, but Blackbird would be more of a support. Obviously, Echo Pulse, that's like Bloodhound. It sends out a ping. It puts a little pip marker on anyone that gets hit by the ping, and that's last known location. So it doesn't hit them and then follow them. It's just that's where they were. So you know there might be a guy nearby. It also works on AI. Tracker drone, like I was saying, is a grenade. It's really good. You throw it out and it will pick a target that is nearby and then run up walls and shit and go find the thing. This is very powerful. This is Blackbird's most powerful ability, in my opinion, other than the wall hacks. When it hits somebody, especially a runner, it instantly throws them into overheat, which stops them from being able to use their kit. So they can't use sprint, they can't use slide. If you're Glitch, you wouldn't be able to slide. You wouldn't be able to double jump as Glitch. You wouldn't be able to use the air dash as Locust. You wouldn't be able to use your shield, your arm blast. It effectively just takes one person out of the fight, applies a burn to them that they either need to cleanse or heal through. So it just pushes them out of the fight without necessarily killing them unless they choose to stay engaged, and then they're at a severe disadvantage and they're likely to die. The other two are just intel, and they're very situational. So interrogation, the way this works is when you've downed someone, you can run over and hold down E to execute. If you do it as Blackbird only, when you execute, it shows the rest of your team the last known location of the remaining team members of the opponent. So that is useful, but only in that circumstance. And for what it's worth, I'm not seeing a lot of players actually run into the execute. What they do instead is they bullet spray the downed opponent to kill them and finish them off. They just, thirst like in a BR. It's not the correct play. Most of the time you want to go for the execute if you can. Everybody will trigger shield regeneration when you do an execute. It's powerful. It's a good mechanic that they put in there. And then Stalker Protocol. So this is footsteps, and this applies for the team. The information that you have been spotted is pretty nice too. Yes, yeah. So that's useful because like Blackbird gets a little bit of counter intel, but it doesn't tell you where. And it also works if someone pings you. So middle mouse ping, just like in Apex. You can do that in this game. So if anyone middle mouse pings you and you're Blackbird, you'll know that you've been spotted. So that's useful. But again, like I said, it's all very circumstantial type of stuff. Whereas like Glitch and Locust can use those movement abilities all the time. You can get to places that you normally can't get to as another runner. You can really quickly move on a flank. There's a lot of utility for these other guys. Blackbird is very specific to team fighting, I think. Void also sort of falls into that category. Void is similar to Bangalore with active camo. So what's cool about Void, and this is the ulti, this is like the Bangalore ult. It goes out on a line. You have these big smoke plumes. very disruptive and chaotic in a team fight. Depends on how a player uses it, whether or not it's useful or it's bad. Most of the time I see people using the smoke screen to block off the exfil so that people can't, see you. They still know you're there because there's a bunch of smoke and there's a column of light around the exfil. So you can throw grenades into it, shoot bullets into the area. You're probably going to hit people if they're hiding in the smoke and you're trying to grief them at exfil. Active camo, very powerful. If you are crouched with your knife out and moving with this, you are full invisible. If you are standing and moving, you're slightly more visible. If you're running, you kind of look like a ghost outline. So it is possible to see a Void if they're not using active camo correctly. This is Void's most powerful skill. Really good. Usable in many situations. It stops AI combatants from being aggroed on you. It's really good. This is circumstantial. This is like a situational ability. You have to jump off of a high area, and when you do it, you'll ground slam, drop a smoke, and that leads to this. Anytime Void enters smoke, Void becomes tactical camo invis for 2 seconds. So taking smoke grenades on Void is really good because regular smoke grenades work the same way. So if we're thinking about the design here, we've basically got 2 support classes and 2 engage flanking classes. Locust is the first to start the fight typically. That's kind of Locust's strength. Get in, get shit popping off, be the front line because you always have a shield you can rely on to back out and get back into cover. Blackbird can give you some intel about what's happening, and that requires comms with your team. Void's disruptive. It can get on the flank with the invisibility or provide visual cover for your team, right? Glitch, again, lots of mobility, really good at flanking. Glitch is going to be the person that will go to the side and get a weird angle and start messing up the other team. Glitch can get there very quickly, get out very quickly, and move to a new location. So if you think about the balance of what they presented in Alpha, they chose 4 distinctly different archetypes. And these, 2 support, 2 assault, I think it works really well. Unfortunately, you don't see a lot of that in the Alpha. Most people are playing autofill, so you're going to get randoms. Void, Bungie released some stats saying Void was the most picked runner in the game, and that's because the stealth is super powerful. You can just choose to fight or not. Very important in an extraction shooter. So there we go. We've got some runners. So I'm gonna play Locust. I'll play all of them so you guys can see how they play. Let's go to loadout and see how they did this. So here you use Q and E to change through these screens, or you can click on these tabs up here at the top. Obviously, this is my loadout. I don't have any gear on right now. That's fine. You don't really need to worry about gear in the same way as you do in other extraction shooters because it's really easy to get like a loner kit. It's really easy to get a basic kit and go in and play. So that's what I will do, and I'll show you guys how that works. So this is my vault. See, I've got plenty of shit that I could take with me. My vault is basically full. So I've got tons of stuff that I can run, but I don't really need to. If I want to, I can choose to run some of these better guns. I can choose to put this backpack on. A lot of these other things, these are materials. I've got 2 blue shields, 3 blue shields, a green shield. These are mods for your character. So if I equip, I'll do this real quick and show you guys. So this is 3 shield slots, the blue shield. So you get 3 pips, similar to Apex in that regard. And I know that I said that this game is not like Apex. It is cosmetically. That's why I'm telling you, because if you look at this and you see, oh, well, 3 blue shield or 3 shield pips is a blue shield in Apex. It's the same here. That's an intentional, speaking, just from my own opinion, that's going to be an intentional decision. They will have done that so that it's easier readable for players who've played BRs, who've played extraction shooters, just kind of be like, oh, okay, I immediately know what that is and I can relate to it. So try not to think of it in a way of like, they're just ripping off this other game and that makes it shallow. They're choosing something that is relatable so that it becomes more intuitive to players. I think that's a better way to think about it. The reason I say that is because there are modifiers on some of these as well. Perfect example. So this is volt resistance and this is kinetic resistance. So this is just a basic level 2 shield. This one reduces AI volt weapons, which is a type of ammo. It shoots like electric projectiles and all of that. Yeah, exactly, Turning Cog. Communal design language. So this one would stop you from taking full damage from specifically AI combatants that are shooting with volt weapons. This is the same way with ballistic weapons. So, like the assault rifle or the SMGs and stuff like that. Cool. So there's nuance to it. There are things that vary depending on what type of shield you've equipped. Immediately different from Apex in that regard, because now you can build craft a little bit and try to like make yourself more resistant to certain types of damage or what have you. So as we're looking at these things, these are the implants. You get 3 of these and 2 cores. So this is the what slot is this? The head implant. So the head implant is this little red lower body and then gray upper body. And then if you look at this, this is gray torso with orange head and feet. So you know this doesn't go into any slot but the torso slot. So I think this is competent, UI design. There are visual indicators for you on where this goes. It's still confusing. It took me a minute to kind of figure that out and like connect those dots. But once I did, I'm like, oh, okay. So the orange type of implant always goes in the torso. The red type of implant always goes in the head. Cool. That's good. That's polished. That's quality product. It's not an arbitrary choice. It serves a function. Good choices. This is just a different shield. So then I've got mods for my weapons. So like this goes into a gun. It goes into a specific gun. I'll let you guys see this. So this is specifically for the V00 Zeus railgun. Neat. It's a mod specific to the railgun. I don't have one. I'm going to fucking sell this. No reason to keep it. Of course, I've got some ammo here. There's different kinds. So these go into the Volt weapons. They're batteries, which is interesting because you can't partially reload a Volt mag. If you hit reload, you'll throw the half-used battery away and then burn a whole reload on just topping off that half or whatever. You could fire one shot, reload, and you've thrown a full battery away. So something interesting to consider when using Volt weapons. I think Volt weapons, from what I've seen, have like a charge mechanic to them. So you can charge them up almost like a plasma pistol in Halo. And then it just does a big blast. No, it does not go back in the bag, Tony. It's gone. You've thrown the battery away. Yeah. So running Volt ammo is an interesting choice because the magazines are much deeper because the battery holds more charges based on the gun. And so like the pistol, holds certain charges versus like the precision rifle holds a different amount of charges versus the railgun, which holds a different amount of charges. It's all interesting there. There's layers to that part. So I don't usually like running the Volt weapons because it's alpha. I'm not going to get into experimenting with that. So I usually just run kinetic, which is going to be light or heavy ammo. Heavy, obviously, shooting slower, hitting much harder. Light ammo, shooting much faster, but you're going to use more rounds in general. Yeah, and then we've got a bunch of materials here. There's a suite of consumables that sort of mirror to other extraction shooters like Tarkov or the Cycle or what have you. So this is a self-revive kit. If you get down, you can bring yourself back up without having a teammate run over to you if you have one of these in your inventory. Of course, if you die, it's gone. So you want to be careful about how you use these. This is a Phoenix kit in Apex. So this will full heal your shields, full heal your health. It takes a very long time to use. It's like 10 seconds, but it will also cleanse you of any debuffs. Remember, I was saying there's status effects that can get applied to your runner when you're in the game. So you often will need to cleanse a status effect or you're really fucked. You're just going to burn through all of your heals. These are just more advanced. This is a health pack that just restores your health. And then these guys are shield packs that restore your shields. These are the bluer, better versions. Fully restores health, restores up to 4 shield slots, which is basically the max right now that we know of in alpha. And then you've got these things here, which are the basic ones. The basic ones are totally fine. You just gotta use more of them, right, to fully heal up. And then you've got these, which this removes immobilize, overheat, and toxin. So these 3 things are really bad for damage over time, and they can really take you out of a fight. So bringing a mechanics kit is often very helpful. The other things are EMP and hack. If you get hit by EMP and hack, like the glitch arm cannon thing or the Blackbird little tracker drone, this makes it so you can't use your shit, and it makes it so that heals take longer to apply. It's a very bad debuff, so you want to get rid of those too. All of that being said, I'm probably not going to take these. I'm just going to look for the shit in a run, and if I have one and I'm in that situation where I got fucked up with it, I'll use it, but if I don't, I don't, and that's just the way it goes. These are all keys. The green ones go to locked chests. This goes to a very specific location on Dire Marsh. So think like a Tarkov key for a room. That's what this is. So you want to bring these in if you know where that room is and go unlock that room, because there's going to be really good shit in there. You bring these if you know where the chests are. This is all map knowledge that you'll gain. And you'll use those to open a chest, and you'll get, better rewards and stuff like that. So otherwise, pretty straightforward. There's a whole suite of grenades that you can get too. So now that I'm on this screen looking at my loadout, we're going to pick a loadout. We're going to go with this, which is the sponsored kit. It's only 300 credits. It comes with 2 guns, ammo, 5 heals, 5 shields, and, that's it. That's everything you need. So I'm going to grab this, and I'll tell you, now that I got this, that's all I need to do to run my kit. I'm good to go. So I'm going to hit back here. Now let's look at factions and talk about how this works. This is the long tail pursuit of the game. This is where I had a really big question mark about whether or not this game would have staying power. I wasn't sure how they were going to handle it. I think this is a good system. Like I said, my notoriety is at level 44. I don't even know what the fuck that means yet, but that's an indication of let's say that's my PMC level, right? So I'm PMC level 44. That happened very quickly. I don't know what the end of that tail is, but that doesn't necessarily matter. So I'm just going to show you guys this so you can see contracts first. So we'll go to new caloric. These are the things that you pick. Some of these are dailies. This one's boosted, so it has extra rewards or something. I don't even fucking know what boosted means, to be honest. But this is go do some shit in Perimeter and Dire Marsh. We only have those 2 maps, so it's do some things on both. This is go loot some things and get out successfully. This is pretty easy to do. This is go to some specific locations and also extract with some loot. So, interesting. These are the priority contracts, and the way those work is if you see this number here and this here, I need to complete these priority contracts before I can level up new caloric to level 3, which improves the rewards I get from them. So every time I do a successful run, since I have this contract selected, I'm going to get new caloric rep, regardless of whether or not I successfully exfil or accomplish a task. Anytime I do something, I'm just going to get some new caloric rep, right? I think that's how it works. I'm not sure if that's the case. But there are things you do at any point during a run that will give you rep for any of the factions. So that being said, I'm going to back up. We're going to go to SIAC and look at the upgrades, because this is the next tier of thing. So if you look here, I've got SIAC at 4,200. I can't get this for some reason. Here's a UI bug. You can't fucking read what that thing says. No idea what the fuck that is, because I can't read it. So they fucked up there. That's a mistake. So objectively bad quality here. I think because I'm already rank 3, I can't keep ranking them up because I also can't get contracts. I'm assuming this is a limitation of the alpha and they intentionally capped everyone at level 3. Makes sense to me. The reason why that matters is you get bonus rewards when you level up your faction. And then you go to upgrades. So the upgrades, if you look, so there's 1, 2, and 3 in the upper left on these. What these do is upgrade my vault storage capacity. So how much shit I can keep that I'm not bringing into a raid, right? Or a run. So I got the first one, and it gave me +8 rows. That's a lot. That doubled the size of my vault. The next one will give me another +8 rows, which is fucking huge. That's great. But in order to do that, I need to go into a run and get some materials. So I need to get aluminum rods. It tells me where I can get them, which I really like. It doesn't explicitly tell you, and there's still randomness to how the maps get generated and what you'll get there. But it's likely that I can get aluminum rods on the perimeter map at Station and Hauler, which are 2 points of interest that are kind of like areas where you go to loot. So what I really like is that they've kind of streamlined that. This is a more casual, friendly entry point into extraction shooters in general, and this is very intentional design. I've heard some, I guess, disapproving opinions about removing the friction in what makes an extraction shooter fun. I think this is a good balance, because this extraction shooter, if you think about it, I noticed our official Sky, and I've been talking to him about this, mentioned that this game has a very clear focus on console players. This is a Sony first-party game. You got to think about that, because Bungie's now owned by Sony, so they want this to succeed on the PlayStation. This is not a PC extraction shooter. It needs to be more approachable. You got to consider everyone's playing on their couch with their controllers. They did a really good job of understanding the target audience for this. If my assumption is correct that they are targeting console players and bringing them into the extraction shooter genre, that's a very bright potential for this game, because there are no extraction shooters on consoles. So this could be the extraction shooter that most people are playing that play on consoles. So more of the everyman gamer who has the one console at home. They want to check out a new game. They like PvP. They've heard about extraction shooters, but they don't have a PC, so they can't play, Escape from Tarkov or something else. I think Escape from Tarkov is probably the gold standard of extraction shooters at this point. But so anyway, I think that design all works really well together. There's a lot of really nice things that they do to help you understand where you need to get stuff. Very cool. These upgrades are, from what I understand, permanent for the season, and they reset you at the end of the season. We don't know how long seasons are going to be yet, but they're going to follow that Tarkov model of resetting everyone at certain points. They're going to do a ranking system alongside that, so that you gain something for fucking getting there, right? So they brought back OG factions from WoW. Yeah, kinda. Yeah, I think that's a good way to look at it. Where I didn't see loot boxes at, or what do you mean? Are you talking about the sponsored kit? Because I can go back and talk about the sponsored kit. Destiny factions were always way too shallow. I totally agree. For what it's worth, my time there, I always tried to push an effort to make the factions more interesting, instead of just like bounties and different kinds of guns with a certain skin on them. That didn't gain a lot of traction, unfortunately. Did a bunch of prototyping there and some different activities that could have been really cool, leaned into faction lore and made the factions more interesting. Destiny faction system was quite extensive during early builds. They were watered down quite a bit for scope reduction. Yep, 100%. 100%. They're really worried that players wouldn't care about that. In a game like this, that matters a lot. So they need to lean into that. There was a loot box looking box in the bottom right at one point. It seemed real loot boxy. So yeah, that was the faction level up reward. It's basically like a bunch of materials, a bunch of credits, some guns, some ammo. Like, it's a lot of really good shit. Unfortunately, I couldn't see what was in there because it was being blocked by that stupid fucking Oni silhouette in the middle of the screen. So stupid. They fucked up there, I think. Okay. So if we look at some more of these, this upgrade allows me to now buy cores, which are like upgrades for, I went through that whole thing about the different slots on the character sheet. This lets you just buy some. So until you get this upgrade, you can't buy those cores at all. So we're looking at sponsored kits, because I was mentioning that. I bought this, and this means my sponsored kit will now also give me a grenade and a core, which is cool. And they're, of course, random. So there's many different flavors of these upgrades. If you look at this, who knows what the fuck this does? But it's 9 of 18, and I have 9 of these upgrades finished. So I imagine when I do all of this, I can then level the faction up again, and I don't know what happens at that point. That's a lot of effort. I don't want to go into that effort for Alpha. I don't really care all that much. Alpha's only a couple more days anyway, so it's whatever. New Caloric and Traxxas also have the same. They're different kinds of upgrades. If you want to get the Volt Precision Rifle, you got to get this upgrade. You guys get the point now. So there's a lot of, oh, here we go. We can buy this upgrade. Let's just do it so you can see what this does. So now my tactical ability will recharge at a 10% faster rate, which is good for all runners. So we'll go ahead and buy this. It's going to take the gel explosives and dynamic lenses out of my stash and take some of my money. Cool. Permanent upgrade achieved. So, all that being said, I threw a ton of shit at you guys. Let's hop into the first map here, and I'll show you guys Locust and talk about, try to demonstrate the. Yeah, we're having a great day. Thanks for coming through, Sun Wukong. Sorry, I want to catch up on chat real quick. I think it was the faction reward. Yeah, LFQ was right. Reminds me, since Halo carried OG Xbox, do you think Xbox would be dead today if Halo was multi-platform at launch? Yeah, honestly, I really do. Halo was the reason to buy an Xbox when Xbox first came out, for sure. It took time to develop new IPs that were like worthy of being Xbox exclusive, but yeah. And I'm just gonna say right now, it wasn't Fusion Frenzy. Futurama Squint sure did. Here, I'll go look at it for you, Adder. So we'll go Syak. No, it was this one. Okay. So all of them have this. So you can see it gives you a modded weapon. Oh, it gives you access to new Cyber Acme upgrades. So this is the thing you have to do to be like rank 4. When you achieve the rank, you hold this down, you get your free box of goodies. Don't talk shit about Fusion Frenzy. Bro, I wasn't. I was just saying Fusion Frenzy was not the one that was going to sell consoles. So yeah, now you get the point. It's not a loot box. It's more of like you achieved this level of progress. Here's some goodies to reward you, and it's not just progress, right? This is, again, the more casual friendly thing, helping you get more of your kits so that you can go on more runs. That's the vibe for those. All of them have it, actually. I agree with you. I really hope they don't do that. That would be very disappointing. But yeah, so this gives you a higher quality backpack or implant, a modded Volt weapon. Oh man, it flickered. Can I shrink you? Go away, pink face man. Anyway, the Vulcan one's pretty cool. There's like a ferrofluid lion that's like off to the side, and I don't know why it's this weird dude in a chair. Like this is giving very 9 Inch Nails Pinion music video vibes. That dude in like the suit with the pipes going into the face and everything. I don't know if you guys are aware, but anyway, if you are, you know. So many of the screens are filled like 75% plus with shit that does not matter, provide any information. On these screens, yes. This is the lore screen, right? When you go to contracts, very clean, just contracts, upgrades, yeah. And it's definitely lore. They're trying to do like, here's the story. And for what it's worth, I'm too far along that I won't really accomplish any of these tasks, I think, on stream today. But there's like, you get a little VO and there's like an animation on that screen. The dude like reads some text to you. I thought it was kind of corny, to be honest. I don't think they're going to nail the story part of this. It seems weird to me, but it's fine. I don't think it distracts from the game. The game is still really fun. So it is strangely organized at her. I really agree with that. Like if you go loadout, like why the fuck is loadout here? And then I go like, this is how I go to the black market to buy shit. So if you look here, we were talking about Cyber Acme, New Caloric, and Traxxas. So these are the things I can buy because of my rep with those factions. Obviously, Syak is the highest because I've mostly done things for Syak. It's the first faction they give you. New Caloric and Traxxas Offworld. So like if I get this upgrade, I can now buy this mod. If I get, I can now buy this mod. You guys get the point. One of the other things that's interesting, which I don't know if they'll go back on this. They may not, but you can't just buy shields. So because I unlocked this, if you look at it, it also requires that I have some nanocomposites and carbon wire. So I need to go loot those things, successfully exfil, and then I can buy a green shield. That's kind of a pain in the ass now that I think about it. So I think what that'll do is limit the snowball of like someone's really good and they got a bunch of shit, so now they have infinite money. Like 40,000 is a lot of credits. A whole kit is only 300 credits. That's what this is, a whole kit. So if you don't buy a sponsored kit and you buy a gun, like look at this. If I buy these two, and ammo, I'm already more expensive than a sponsored kit. So the sponsored kit's where you want to go. You pretty much always want to do that. If you extrapolate, potentially, you can get more than just a SciAx sponsored kit. I don't know if that's true. I really hope it is true because it'll make the game more compelling. You want to get the sponsored kits from the other guys, get different guns, get different types of offerings in the sponsored kit, you know, all that shit. No, you're good at her. You can loot box all you want. I think it's a very valid concern. Bungie notoriously leans into microtransactions, especially when you consider the entire Destiny franchise. So like, I'm really, really nervous and skeptical about how the microtransaction stuff is going to work in this game. I would be shocked if they don't have microtransactions in it. It is a premium game already. You're going to spend $40 for it. That's what it means. You have to pay to play the game. That makes it premium over free to play. Those are the two nomenclatures the industry uses, or that's the nomenclature that the industry uses. I'm very worried about loot boxes. I'm really worried about MTX. And I know they're going to lean into that shit. They have to, because that's how they do business. I personally don't think that they need to do it to stay in business, but I just know that that's the type of shit they're probably going to do. So let's ignore that. Let's hope for the best. Hope that we never see loot boxes in this game, that we see a modicum of MTX that is solely cosmetics, like a different skin for Locust or a knife skin, whatever. So let's turn crew fill off so that I can be a David Attenborough for you guys and talk about some shit. Yes, exactly, Tony. They did. They showed, there was like a whole montage of Glitch like changing shirts and shoes and like jewelry. So yeah, I think that was a very clear nod to these are your cosmetics you can get for Glitch. A shield skin for the Riot guy would be kind of cool, yeah. So I think this is a really neat loading screen. I really like that shader they put in there. Okay, so I spawned in. I'm going to open my map. I'm down here at Overflow. Cool. My exfil is up here at North Relay. Very easy. I use the Apex middle mouse ping. Now I have a marker, and I know where my exfil is. So I'm going to go run around in Overflow, do a little bit of looting, some scouting, fight some AI. So here's the sprint. This is normal sprint. And then this is super sprint. And you can see my heat meter going up, right? So that's how that works. If the heat meter fully fills, I'm locked out of doing anything that uses heat for a little bit. I personally think this is a really good design because that slows everything down, which is what you need in an extraction shooter. This is marked because this is my active contract. So we got some hydrocarbon rubbers. Excellent. Need those for Friday night. And what is it? Pink horsepower drink. Get some cheeks. Got to get my most insane Cameron quote possible in there. Okay, and then all the loot boxes. Screen and window shaders. Okay, I will. So that's money. So if you look at this, they have every item tagged as well, which I really like. If you look at the top of it under the name, it says valuable. So what that tells you is if you exfil with this, you get money for it. You don't keep it for any other reason. It also tells you how much they cost. Cool. I think this is fine. I've seen people criticize this and say that sucks. I disagree. I think it's way easier, more readable, more console player friendly. The wisest wizard of them all. Not like any major company isn't, but they've been extra ruthless recently. Yeah, totally. I don't think they'll ever do a green weed cloud in this game. They want to be like very wholesome, console, family friendly. Okay. Something interesting about the glass here. These dots mean that this glass is not breakable. So you can shoot this glass. You're safe in here. Cool. I'm going to try to find some other glass that is breakable. I might have to go upstairs. Yeah, I think I got to go upstairs. Is there an upstairs I can go to? Maybe not. This is a single-story building. Huh, doesn't work. Okay. So this red flare means that there's a loot cache located in this building, which is cool. I want to go find it. Is it this box? Yeah, okay. Okay, these are bad guys here. So those are AI walking around in there. One thing that's really interesting is if you look at their eyes change from white to yellow to red. And this is the loot cache here. See all these bags and shit? Okay. Alright, he didn't get me, but he threw a bunch of grenades at me. Okay, so I've made a bunch of noise now, potentially alerting other players that I'm here. So this is a good loot box. This is materials, and, you know, I just got a mod there. More materials. Grab that thing. I don't think I want this. We'll get some more heals. And we'll grab this for more heals, too. Data cards are good. They go into your... I think you just get credit for looting a data card. I don't really know how those work. And we got a backpack. Excellent. There's a lot of noises happening, which I think means they are dropping in reinforcements. Another backpack. All right, we're chilling. Shit. That scared the shit out of me. We're going on the roof. I think that was a player that just shot me. So this sucks here because if there was prox chat, I could be like, hey, bro, be cool. I'm just a solo. Don't kill me. We can get into a negotiation, fucking whatever, something. But because there is no prox chat, that can't happen. So here's what we're going to do, chat. We're getting the fuck out of here. We're just going to abandon this area. Because I do not want to find these guys and fight them. We're going this way. I do not know what shot me, but I didn't hear robots. I don't know if you guys heard clunky metallic footsteps, but I didn't, and I got shot, so... We're bailing. If I had teammates, I might fight, but I don't, so we're not fighting. Yeah, and these tick nests are dead. So these pink, gross-looking things here... yeah, I agree, Adder. Yes, there is fall damage, LFQ. I don't know why I didn't take fall damage when I jumped off that roof, but hey, we're lucky, I guess. So the point that I'm trying to make is that these pink, gross tumor things are dead, and they're not normally dead. So a squad came through here and was probably hunting me. So we're out now, and we're good. We've got a robot here. This is a dangerous robot. I now have to heal. All right, we're getting the fuck out of here. I'll come back and finish them off, but I gotta heal first. All right, we'll try to kill this guy with the old plasma pistol there. Sweet, we did it. Let's get more heals. I made a lot of noise, so I need to get out of this location. We're going north relay. Oh, shit. think I just heard some footsteps behind me. Yeah, there's more dead robots here. We're getting the fuck out of here. That's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing gunshots back in the direction I came from. Yeah, there was definitely a squad over there. Aim assist is turned off. There's no more aim assist, anime. They turned it off for mouse. So you can't hate on that anymore. It was there. Not even trying to hate, but given the attention to shape language elsewhere, this is weird. Which part is weird? Are you talking about like the way the game looks while playing the game? Because I kind of agree. It's definitely got like
Sorry,
something...
we were talking about the contrast between the like points of interest and the kind of more natural landscape areas between them, and how it's, everything is the same color. The overall design isn't very inspired or anything like that, and then you get to the points of interest and they're very good. So
yeah, I'm inclined to agree. There is some very strange like shape language going on. It's definitely got a style. I guess that's like the best I can say. It has its own style. Good or bad? Who knows? It's a choice. I can say that. I don't mind it. I think it looks cool. It looks unique. Nothing else looks like Marathon. So I think if anything, that's probably good. Well, okay. All right, I'll back up. It looks like Apex in a lot of ways. It does not feel like Apex. It's very different from Apex. But cosmetically on the surface, it absolutely looks like Apex. Shipathesius. Hope more for the team that crafted the Destiny visual language. Yes, dude. Well, okay. So, Adder, one thing you need to understand is Canland, I can't remember his first name. Canland is no longer there. The UI UX experts that made the Destiny award-winning UI UX haven't been at Bungie for like 5 years.
Minutes remain.
Oh my god. That felt very much Tiger Engine to me. I just jumped off of that like weird rock and it made me jump backwards. It's fucking annoying. Okay, so a player dropped this green box here. Hauler is a very risky area for me to be in. So I'm going to crouch and be quiet. I just want to sneak through here. I mean, honestly, Adder, I would say that was true for D1, and they really fucked up the UI UX in D2 now. It is so messy. I don't know when the last time is that you played D2, but it is all the fuck over the place now. It's not clean. It's not cohesive anymore. There's just so much junk everywhere. I have a hunch, this is just... I can't say this is like actual knowledge, but I have a hunch that Canland was probably too rigid in the UI UX design, and he was like, we need to specifically do this. And the microtransaction team's business people were like, nah, we need this new screen so that we can sell people fucking gigas. And that's how you have it work. The dude stood up for his fucking craft and, get out of here, bro. We try to make money. Anyway, those are just my thoughts. I don't know if that's true. But I could absolutely see that being the case, just having been there myself and presenting ideas and having them completely shot down. Great, speaking of shot down, we got shots here. So we try to get out now, chat. You got the kitty cat tablet, cell phone, whatever the fuck that is. Take some more plastic filaments. Okay, so now I have to wait for this thing for like 30 seconds. Problem is, there's now a big blue column of light in the sky. There was gunfire nearby. It's still going off. Ooh. Oh, look. See this blue? We got this little guy here. That's fun. So I can shoot that down, but I really don't want to give away my position. I'm just trying to get out at this point. All right. It's going. It's going to make a big noise, and then I can go stand on it. There we go. That's a player. Fuck you, dude. Enjoy this chem grenade. And we're out. All right, we did it. So obviously I ratted the fuck out of that. Solo no-fill rat, very doable. If you want to get in fights, nope, can't do that. So like this, okay, so we just went to the cam. This player is looking where I was. He's literally looking at where I was exfilling. So that's kind of cool. You can stay in the lobby and like see other players. I did. I got my flowers, bro. Yeah, I got the thing I needed. So now he's over here like, where the fuck did they go? He doesn't know I was solo no fill. They didn't know I was by myself. If they just pushed me, they could have fucking murdered my ass and stolen all my shit. But they didn't. That was a very successful run. I got out with a lot of stuff. Thank you, anime. Admittedly, boring run. I did not get into any fights with players. I only killed some AI. But it's doable. You just have to think about the game in a different way, right? Like, you got to do different type of shit. Yeah, never get into a 1v3. And if you're doing solo, you're always going to be in 1v3s. So just don't take fights unless you know you can win them, right? You got the jump on somebody and just, yeah, the game will not appeal to COD Zoomers. In no way. What did I do? I got into 1v3? Yeah, I believe April could win a 1v3. I mean, I've definitely beaten like squads, but they were kind of potatoes. Like, they were making bad choices. They didn't understand what was happening. Got some good angles on them, but like, that's a low percentage chance you're gonna do that. Honestly, like, it's not just being cracked, because like, you have to have tactics too, and this game is balanced around that. Anime, did I sufficiently answer your questions about mouse aim? Because I think that's an important thing. It does not really feel bullet spongy. I will say that some of the AI can be tough, especially the purple guys, but those are like important, tertiary objectives. If you get rid of the purple guys, they stop summoning reinforcements, so you can kill the commander of an area and then just free loot that spot. Obviously, you're going to make a lot of noise doing it, and that will attract other players. They're going to want to kill you, try to take your loot and shit. So it's interesting. You can also stealth kill the AI. I'll do that in the next run. I'll show you guys. I'll switch over to Void so you guys can see how he works. Because I realized I picked Locust, and I'm like, Locust isn't sneaky, and I'm going to fucking rat this whole time. So, oh, post-game Carnage report fucking doesn't exist. Why the fuck did Bungie do that? Why? They invented the post-game Carnage report. I can't even tell how many AI I killed. I can't tell if I killed any runners. It's not there. It's just fucking not there. And I'm like, why did you guys not do this? Yeah, I agree, anime. Honestly, that is the biggest fucking mistake that I think that they made, is not including a post-game Carnage report. That's kind of crazy, honestly. I hate when players take like 10 bullets to the head and still don't die. It depends on the shields they have. If you notice at the end there, I started shooting at that Void up on the catwalk, and there was a bunch of hit markers and like a green flash and shit. I cracked his green shields. So in that single mag full spray, I broke his shields. So he had to like get out and be like, oh shit, that guy almost fucking killed me. So it doesn't take that long, and that rifle is not accurate at all. It's like that spray goes out in a cone. There's no spray pattern. So that might be frustrating for players who are more used to, kind of a more tactical shooter like Counter-Strike or whatever, where you can like anticipate where the bullets are going to go and really be like spot on. This is not that kind of game, unfortunately. But there are some really good guns that are very accurate that feel good, and you'll be able to get that happen. Do you think this game will have good player retention, or do you think many will buy and play it for a bit and then drop the game? So, anime, we've talked about this a couple times off stream, and I think there's probably going to be very low that PC players are more likely to play. On console, I think console players are either going to buy this and be like, oh, I'm fucking with this, and I'm going to play this game, and this is my game now. Or they're going to be like, yeah, I'll kind of dabble in and out. But if you guys think about it, I went into that with a free loadout, which gave me these two guns, and I got out with 3 fucking backpacks. I accomplished a mission. I got a bunch of money. Like when we went in there, we were almost at like 39K. I went up $2,000 Like, that was good. That was really easy to do. So I got some, a new implant. It was fucking successful. So yeah, $300 free $300 loadout. Exactly. It's essentially free is what I was getting at. It becomes free if your money goes down too low. So if you're like broke as fuck, it's just free so that you don't have to go in with a knife, right? Oh, I forgot to show you guys the knife. I'll show you guys the knife in the next run. Let's just throw these in the old vault there. Throw that in the vault. Throw that in the vault. I think we're going to sell these backpacks because they're worth more money. Okay, an interesting thing that I should tell you guys. This says vintage in the background. What that means, and this is really interesting because there's some risk reward here. When you get a vintage item, it increases in value with every successful exfil while it's on you. So I could run this backpack several times and make it worth like $2,000 and then get out. Of course, if I die, it's worth nothing to me, but it's worth all that money to someone else. So that's pretty cool. Oftentimes you'll get vintage loot off of other runners, and that can give you a nice buffer for cash. Me, I'm just going to sell this shit right now because it doesn't matter anyway. And I've already got a backpack, so we're chilling. Okay, so I got some ammo. I got these things. I need to go make sure I turn in that contract and get a new one. So this contract is bugged. I'm just going to point that out right now. It seems to imply that I need to get that little red vial that I got. I needed to get 3 of those from Perimeter and from Dire Marsh. So like 2 separate ones. And instead I just got them all in Perimeter. I don't know. Anyway, get this loot box for Adder here, so you can see that it's not a loot box. It gives me a modded Volt Thrower and smoke grenades. Oh, here we go. Nice. You guys get to see this.
Is a high urgency request.
This is corny. Like, I'm not fucking with this. I think this is kind of bad narrative delivery. I would almost wish there was no VO on here.
Trying to secure this sample for political gain. It is in their interest to cover up their failures on Tau Ceti. It is in New Caloric's interest to understand the colony's fate.
I don't know why. It just doesn't hit for me.
Secure the contagion sample.
Skip it? All right, cool. Yeah, it just doesn't hit for me. I think it's weird the way they chose to do that. It's like they didn't lean into it enough. You know what I mean? It's like they kind of did it, but they should have done less and it would have been better. Like if you think about Tarkov, when you talk to a vendor, you just get a wall of text. And if you read it, it's useful. And you can always go back and read it because they send you a message and it goes into your inbox and you can just read it just like chatting with, another player, right? Like you use the same messaging system. So it kind of is a little more immersive. You're like, oh, I'm actually talking to the therapist, right? When you're not, obviously. I just think the narrative shit is a miss for me. And I saw some people talking about it. I guess now's a good time to talk about that. There's a lot of commentary on Marathon out there. There's a lot of negativity. There's some positivity. I think the vast majority of reactions are lukewarm, kind of in the middle, and people are waiting to see because I don't think enough people got into this game into the alpha to actually play it themselves. And I will say when you play it, it eventually just clicks and you're like, that's fucking fun and I'm enjoying it. First couple hours feel bad. It doesn't make sense. You don't quite get it. You have to figure these systems out. When you figure them out, it starts rolling. It starts feeling real good. And I think the thing that frustrates me about the online discourse is that a lot of it is subjective information. People are like, I don't think this is a good game because I wish it was more like Destiny, which is a problem with Destiny players in the Destiny community. This game absolutely should not be more like Destiny. It should be its own thing. And if you guys recall from when we looked at the announcement for the game, 2 weeks ago or a week ago, something like that, I was concerned that the game would not do enough to be familiar, but it needed to do new things, if that makes sense. And I think they actually did that. It feels familiar, but it feels like a new game in that same space, if that makes sense. So it's different enough. Having its own identity is 100% the best call. Yeah, absolutely. Remember, the game is a 2-month-old alpha. It's not even 2 months old, bro. It's like this alpha ran for a week and a half, and it's almost up. I think it's up on Sunday. Monday? Something like that. Anime says, I'm excited to play this game with my friends. 1,000% this game is so much more fun with friends. When you're working together, it's sick. It's so good. Adder is 100% right. Alpha is content complete. Changing narrative delivery is a massive feature to change that will not happen. Another part of the discourse is you see people saying there's 5 months. I think, Tony, you shared this with me. There was someone who was like breaking it down and saying like, or maybe it was anime, but someone was breaking it down into like person hours in talking about how there's like 90,000 person hours if even a quarter of the team is working 50-hour weeks 5 days a week. And I'm like, this is full fucking head ass. This person's not understanding anything. This game's been in development for like 6-7 years. It's been being developed for a very, very long time. They're not going to change shit now. They've already figured out what they want to do. This is more of like, what small things can we change? To their credit, they already released a patch for alpha, disabling mouse aim and nerfing shields. And for what it's worth, I was worried that the time to kill was going to change. Absolutely not. It didn't. It feels very much the same when you're in PvP. This is arbitrary because I don't care about this, so we'll just grab something. Shit. I have too much stuff. Okay, we'll sell you. I don't need that. And we'll sell these smoke grenades. Cool. Can I take any other... Did I have too many? Yeah, we'll take these smoke grenades. We'll switch over to Void so I can show you guys the smoke grenade interaction with Void, which I think is cool. And let's go to Dire Marsh. Just a word of warning. Perimeter is a well-designed map, and it plays really well in an extraction shooter. Dire Marsh is a different can of worms, and there are very, very long sight lines, and you are often out of cover. So this is a very scary map, and I mostly die here. So it's entirely likely we just die on Dire Marsh. The build was said to be about 2 months old. Oh, yeah. But I mean, cutting a build that's 2 months old doesn't necessarily mean anything. It's just that I was talking more about the player base in the alpha at this point. My current game's alpha started when we finished the whole game loop and had all the content blocked out in the final content delivery form, just lacking polish. Yep. Yeah, absolutely, Adder. All right, well, I've got some enemies nearby already. We need to get here, so we're going to go check out Greenhouse. Oh, that was an unfortunate spawn. This guy's just literally right next to me.
Rats gnawing at the corpse and nothing more.
I'm dead. That is what I was talking about. That's a commander. I just got no-scoped by the commander. So I got shot with a sniper rifle. I am 100% dead. Also, this is something that these higher ranked dudes do, which is kind of cool. They hit you with the suck ropes, so they make you die before your teammates can come and get you. So that was a shitty spawn. That was a very shitty spawn. So, good news. We go again. I really like that aspect of this game, honestly. I find that when I do a run in Tarkov, I'm heavily planning what I'm going to do before I go in. I have a very intense, like 30, 40 minute experience. And I often am like shaking and just wildly overstimulated at the end of it. And I need to like chill for a second before I go into the next one. This is pretty easy to just keep going, which I like. And the chunk of time only being 20 minutes, they kind of force you to rapidly go into another run, which I think it suits itself really well. Friday night and I'm feeling frisky. Do I choose Marathon or Tarkov? Honestly, it depends on how sober I am. Intoxicated Tarkov can be really rough because the stakes are so much higher. Marathon and some beers, that's a chill time with the boys. That sounds fucking fun, dude. Marathon more like sprint. Yeah. Yeah, LFQ, nice spawn game. Yeah, dude, I got fucked there. Like, okay, so what the green shielded guy isn't that bad. What was the real problem was the guy with the sniper rifle who has purple shields. The commander for that POI was in the fucking room with me. So I was completely fucked as soon as I saw him. I was like, oh boy. I tried to pull my knife out to see my melees would do more because just your fist doesn't do that much. So I'll show you guys the knife on this one, and I'll go for like a stealth kill on a recruit. Artificial Sky already filed his time off for Night Rain. Hell yeah, dude. Let's see. What else did I miss? You guys have been chatting, so I hope I caught everything. If I didn't, you guys have a question that I didn't answer, please reiterate it. I'm trying to make sure that I'm engaging with you guys and giving you the information you crave. Give me 2 scoops of pre-workout and a starter kit and marathon, and I become God for real. Yeah, dude. Extraction makes you God. Oh, fuck. I didn't turn off autofill. All right, we got randoms. We have Blackthorn and Grass Monster. Yeah, can you guys hear them chatting, yapping away?
Protocol. Assert, you are
nope, you can't? Okay.
Assert, you cut clean through all.
I wonder if that's like a streamer setting. Or like they know if you're streaming the game so they don't like share it. This guy is also getting killed by AI. Oh, so this is cool. This is a random spawn at a POI. So what this does is it'll send out like a Blackbird ping. So I'll just look at it so you guys can see. And then it will mark everything that's within the radius of this. So no markers. We're safe up here. But it'll mark players and AI. Problem is we've got this fucking AI out here. Oh god, what have I done? All right, we're fine. Yeah, auto-enabling shit sucks. I wish if you hit no-fill, it stayed no-fill. Dude, these guys are like losing to AI real bad. That's concerning to me. Also, my stealth is already up, which is really good. Let's take this contract. So I'll show you guys here the stealth. We popped it. So now I'm moving. You can see a little bit of my outline of my gun. If I stop, you can't see that shit at all. It's like it's still there, but like, see, I pulled my knife out. You can't even like really see my hands. But if I start running, you can kind of see them. So it's cool. Ghost Commander. All right, cool. He's done. Oh, so the random just said a synchronizer for everyone. So another thing that's neat is if your squad gets like materials or valuables that are blue quality or higher, it shares it with the whole team, which is fucking cool. So you don't fight over that shit, which I really like. So here's the smoke. See, I'm invisible because I went in. It's cool. And that dive prevents the fall damage. Yes, I know you guys don't hear it. That's why I was saying he just said that. Okay, he just pinged a player. Nice, we got him. This guy's gonna die to this guy. I can just tell. He's picking a bad fight. Oh, he got him! Good job, Rando.
Prepare for increased hostile action.
He said he's got to heal, so I'm chilling. So see how he's got the green effects on him? It's very dangerous for him to not heal there. Because I got hit by that tracker drone, which is what downed me, so it was a blackbird through it. My heals are taking twice as long. If you look in the bottom left, I have the MCH debuff. So now my patch kits take like 6 fucking seconds. It's so weird. So that's a really bad debuff. Alright, cool. We killed those fucking guys, so we're good. I'll take his resin. Actually, I want his ammo. Got his epoxy resin. Take this weird plant. Okay, so I have the key for this in my vault, which I didn't bring. It's that blue key. There is no friendly fire in this.
Prepare for increased hostile action.
This guy pinged a player down here that I'm looking for. I don't know where he went, though. There he is. Okay, never mind. I just got sniped. Yeah. Absolutely wrecked. Okay, I gotta reposition. Oh, shit! Oh, he's got us both. There he is. I got him pinged. Oh, he's got a DMR, though. Come on, Oh, Grass Monster's fucked. Oh, I got assassinated. I think we're done. Oh, no, he's still up. Okay, so Grass Monster might be able to get us all up. Yeah, I kind of think that there should be friendly fire in this. But think about it like this. If you autofill friendly fire, that people are just going to kill their fucking teammates. I think there should be friendly fire on, autofill off by default, but that's a huge design change. So they're making it more, maybe it'll work like that in ranked, actually. I could see that being really cool. Cuz like, yeah, ranked would be, I think if ranked had like autofill off by default and friendly fire on. Yes, Anime, they talked about a ranked ladder that's going to be in this for each season. I don't know how I feel about that, for obvious reasons. So we're going to chill. We're waiting for... Yeah, I feel you. Ranked makes me not want to play too. That's where we're going to get that stupid meta conversation and people be like, this gun is ass. Never use this gun because like if you do it, you're bad, blah, blah, blah. It's just going to be stupid. Yeah, it'll be meta heavy. So what's cool here is Grass Monster has repositioned. We're probably looted the fuck out right now. So like they're probably watching our bodies and they have looted our bags thoroughly. So I may not even have guns left if he gets me back up and doesn't die. So a real concern. But, you know, I still have a chance to extract. So that could be cool. Oh, there we go. Yep, they're on the bodies. Dude, take him out. Take him out. Kick his ass. Loot boxes are really going to help the noobs be competitive and ranked? Yeah, dude. I agree with you, Anime. I like the helmet cam. I think it's cool. It's okay if you don't like it, Tony. All right, this guy's scared that he got spotted. Yeah, exactly, artificial sky.
15
I like you're gonna have a lot of that conversation happening, especially because the biggest amount of interest in this game comes from Destiny players, and Destiny players are highly steeped in that bullshit mentality of like, if you don't use this gun, then you can't play this game, and it's honestly, it's toxic. Yeah, I want to like with ranked. I say wait and see. There's a high chance that they just fuck it up, and it's not good. How do I find people to play Marathon with who are not Destiny fans? Yeah, exactly. For what it's worth, when I've communicated with the randoms in this so far, there's been like one guy who was a Destiny player. I think most of the people who signed up for this were Destiny players, and they wanted to play it on Steam. That's why you see the Steam numbers drop at a like geometric rate if you're looking at it that way. And I think this is not a game for Destiny players, and I think it's not a game for PC gamers. So I feel like there's a very good chance that they have a strong audience on consoles. But yeah, I also wouldn't want to play this game ranked with randoms. That sounds like the worst possible way to spend my time. I could play ranked if I have like a squad that's like dedicated and people want to play it. But I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I like the helmet cam. I think it's kind of neat. It gives like extraction shooter vibes, you know what I mean? Okay, so the little green man you see over our loot bags there, that's a way that you can tell if a squad is still in the lobby. So they knew we were still in the lobby, but they abandoned our bodies. I still have a gun. I have no heals, though. Shit, they just stole all my heals and left me with this gun and ammo. That's tough. I'm in a pickle, boys. So you do very slowly recover over time. So if you look, my shield is actually going up right now, and so is my shell, which is your health. I guess the positive thing I had going for me was I had that starter kit, so I didn't get robbed, but they fucking looted the fuck out of these guys. These guys have nothing left. They were complaining about it. They were like, these fuckers took all my shit, man. Take that ammo. Patch kit, patch kit. Okay, backpack. That's a lucky find. That was a backpack that you loot off of... I want this. How do I get this? How do I get this? Active contagion sample. Do you guys hear static right now? I'm hearing a lot of static through the audio. Yeah, you're hearing it? The audio just sounds like it's bugged right now. It's really weird. It seems like it stopped. I wonder if there's like too many audio channels. That's kind of what it sounded like to me. I really need some fucking heals though. So these guys are talking about how they want to try to go back and fight those guys again, which I think is a bad plan considering they took all our shit.
Warning, reinforcements detected. UESC reinforcements incoming.
Time to hunt.
Ten minutes remain until forced signal recall.
Okay, all right, dude, stop. I don't have any heals. Don't shoot at me. Yeah, the audio was like staticky and clipping. It was fucking weird. It doesn't seem like it's doing it anymore, but I've experienced this a couple times. It only happens for what it's worth when I've been streaming in Discord. So it's possible like they really don't like having Discord stream this game.
Shields broke.
Dog, you getting fucked up over here, bro. Oh man, I need a fucking patch kit, man. Why'd you take it? I don't want to fight this incursion. Oh yeah, I guess he probably needs patch kits too. It's tough.
Camo active.
So the reason I meleeed there, hey, what's up, Hyperions Live? Welcome. The reason why I meleeed there was to conceal the sound of the squad so that I wasn't just like doing what these guys are doing, because those guys are fighting over there. So now we know there's a squad in this direction. They were off over there, boys. This guy's looking up at the fucking... Shit. Yeah, dog, you didn't give me any fucking...
Send smoke out. Reloading.
I don't know what I'm shooting at. Oh, I need this. Give. Oh no, my grenade bounced off the crossbar. Okay, those dudes are getting sniped. I have no fucking heals. Now is the time.
Filter engaged.
I'm so fucked if they spot me. No health, nothing. Okay, we are chilling here. Do I have any smokes? Oh, here we go. This is what I have. What a claymore right there. Shit, he's right there. I'm fucked. I'm gonna die. Well, he hit my claymore. Yes, he's downed. Whew. I got him with the Chemnade and with the claymore. He just self-resed. God damn it, guy. Why didn't he go in for the fucking finish on that? He knocked him down.
Prepare for increased hostile action.
Alright, I'm back up, but that's not good. Because I got no heals. He heals. We're taking that. Give me your backpack. Taking the shields. Give me your heals, man. Where's his fucking heals? He doesn't have any heals. Oh shit, he doesn't have any heals.
Cover me. USC reinforcements incoming. USC reinforcements incoming.
Take all these, take that. Got movement.
Time to hunt.
Nope. I want to loot the bag. Thank you.
Echo pulse searching.
I don't know what to take. Just take the money. Sports equipment. Let's drop that. I need the heavy ammo. He doesn't have any. We'll take the smoke grenades. And then I think, let's use this. So there's a bunch of consumables you can use as well. I don't know what the fuck this does, but it says that my appearance becomes different. Maybe it makes it so you can't get pinged. We have 2 minutes. I'm running to the exfil. Yeah, we have 2 minutes left, guys. They're talking about how they don't want to leave yet. They want to go do like an incursion.
Camo active.
I'm just getting the fuck out of here. So we killed half of the squad. Streamer, did you finish Blueprints? No, I did not. But Alpha's going to be down next week, so we'll go back to Blueprints. I just want to get the fuck out of this raid right now because we have a minute and a half left.
Prepare for increased hostile action.
I'm just going to go hit this exfil. That was a very chaotic run, but it seems like we're going to be okay. There's not going to be a lot of teams left at a minute 12 left in the match, so hopefully this is clean and I don't have to deal with any AI, but we'll find out.
60 seconds to escape.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Bro, what the fuck? Fucking AI are gonna kill me. we're invisible.
Let's not overstay our welcome.
They're speculating on whether or not I'm going to make it out.
Warning, reinforcements detected.
I'm fucked. I'm making it. I think I'm making it. I hope I'm making it. Oh, I think I got it. I think I got it, boys. I'm invisible. I'm in the smoke. I'm inside the exfil. Hopefully the smoke stays up long enough. I made it out. Those guys are staying in. So we can watch if they make it out and see how it works for them. Barely fucking made that. Oh my god. If I had more heals, I was going to fight. But I chose not to fight. Yo, I like the Thug Life glasses on the tree, dude. That's great. Yeah, it was very stressful. I was freaking out, guys. Woo! Okay, so now we get to watch them. So what happens if you run out of time is that you get like an additional 3 minutes to get to the last exfil, which is where they went. So they chose to go for that one, which is totally fine. It's valid. But I can't communicate with them because I'm choosing not to. So I was like, I'm just going to go for the exfil and get out. I might have been better off staying with them, but it's a choice I made, you know? Yeah, are you feeling it, Brightside? I think it looks cool. I will say that the exterior spaces on Dire Marsh are very foggy and like gray-blue washed out. So I don't know if that's good, but I don't know. So like we'll go back to perimeter for the next one, and I'll switch over to glitch so you guys can see how glitch plays. I'll do a quick run there because Tony's got to leave right at 4, and then I'll show you guys Big Bird after that. Yeah, subtle things like the ref and the yeah, I agree with that. Wait, what are you quoting, Brightside? I love the menu. I love it, love it.
Warning.
Cardi reference. There you go. Okay. Brightside, he fucking put you on to Cardi, bro? I thought you were slandering Cardi. I hate it. Yes, dude. Yes, dude. I have tried to enjoy Cardi for anime figurines so many times, and I don't know, man. It just doesn't work for me. So what's up, Hyperions? Thank you for joining the stream. How did you find us, and like, what do you know about the channel and all that? Because yeah, tell us. Yeah, flawless run. Flawless. We totally didn't get downed a bunch. Yeah, JPEG Mafia is great. It woke me up yesterday for second wind out of hatred. Nice, dude. Oh, Hyperions, are you a bright side homie? Because that's cool. If you are, that's awesome. Thanks for following him and hanging out with us. Oh, my bad, guys. My bad. I'm just fucking around here. All right, let's get this next one going really quick. So we'll go here. Let's toss some shit. We don't need this gun anymore. We'll take this instead. We'll put on the big expensive backpack, sell this. We'll sell, what does this go to? Shotgun, sure. Wait, is this, do I have an optic on here already? No, cool. We can put the optic on there. Cool. We got a shotgun. Our shotgun is now blue. That's fun. Let's sell this, throw this in the vault. We need to grab some heals. So we'll grab a stack of those boys and that stack of those things. We need some heavy ammo, which I've got some there. We're good to go. We got some shields and shit. Let's sell this because it's worth a lot of money. This is $500, so I'm going to sell that too. Cool. We're going to change runners. We'll go to glitch so you guys can see the movement on glitch. Switch back over to perimeter, and we will fire it off. I agree, Brightside. I really like the fucking day glow colors on like a gray, gray black gradient. I think it's cool, man. Fuck, crew fill's still on. I can't get out now. That's one thing that kind of sucks. They should let you back out if you've already gone in. Oh, you're a game dev. Awesome. That's fantastic. So my business partner is running the stream right now. You should be able to hear him if he talks, but typically, like we share the screen. Both of us are on camera. We do that on Wednesdays. Alt F4. I don't know if that'll work. It'll probably just like throw all my gear away. And we're limited on time, so I'll just do this run anyway. But I'll just make it quick, and then I'll try to go in on. I mean, I guess you guys get the point of Blackbird. I don't know that you necessarily need to see it, but yeah, I'm gonna run it like I'm solo for sure. That's basically what I did in this last one. So Hyperions, we are an indie game studio based in Colorado called Fractal Grove. Yeah, we're working on a VR game called Hyperskate. Tony, can you drop links in chat? The link tree. If you want to see what Hyperskate looks like, we developed a trailer for it. It's at the top of that page. We appreciate you hanging out with us. On Wednesdays, we talk about Unreal and the game industry. So if you are an Unreal dev and you're looking for help on something, or you want to just chat about Unreal, it'd be really cool. Yeah, I'm trying to run through the whole spiel, but can we talk about the 3D artist yesterday? Yeah, Yeah, talk to me, Brightside. Oh, you're the AK? Is that what you're talking about? Yes. I mean, I tried to give good feedback on it, but like it's obvious that AI generated AK wasn't very good. Like I would never want to ship with that AK. It was just bad all the way around, honestly. And that was Sun Wukong, who was in chat earlier. So not trying to throw shade, Sun Wukong, just saying like to bring that to a shippable quality model requires a lot more effort. You can't just like, you could certainly do it, but the topology was really bad on it, and the poly count was way too high. So if you're still here, Sun Wukong, we're happy to keep talking about, the 3D generated model from, or the AI generated 3D model. Oh, I got more randoms talking. I just heard yo. It's on a black screen. Don't worry. It'll be okay. When everyone's loaded in, it'll do the whole pixelated thing. There it goes. Okay. So glitch. Double jump. It uses some heat.
Data review in progress.
We'll do slide. Uses a lot of heat, but your slide is really big. Wow, that dude just pushed me out of the way to shoot that robot. All right, cool. You can enjoy shooting it then. Looks like Glitch's arm cannon thing is pretty frequently up. I'm just looking at the default timer was like 45 seconds or something, so that seems pretty good. Yeah, there's going to be teams that are like the same shit all the time. Oh, one thing that's cool is this fog is weather. It's raining, and because of the rain, I actually build up heat more slowly. So weather affects like how you build up heat. Running in water actually builds up heat less quick, which is cool too. It's interesting. There's like some, dynamism to each map. I like that. I think it's neat. I got my arm cannon up. So this is kind of like a marksman rifle. It's like a pseudo lever action. Those guys don't know the secret path on the way in, but I do. So we're gonna go in through the tunnels here. Shit could get sketchy in this area. All right, this is the station thing. See, station on the wall. That's good level design. All right, that one glitch has already lost his shield, so that's great. There's shooting here. That's not great. That's what a locked chest looks like. LFQ, I feel like the team comps in this game, especially with Phil on, are kind of silly. You'll get a lot of the same, like Glitch is really popular, Void is really popular, Blackbird's a little more rare, and so is Locust. Like, you just don't see a lot of people, synthetic rubber! We need the synthetic rubber for more stash space. It's a good get. Lock container key. Let's go back and open that chest.
Can't take much more.
Okay, I forgot about Glitch's slide. That was a crazy long slide. Obviously, I'm not a big Glitch player, personally. I'm not like... I guess if you're into, like, Destiny Hunter movement, you might be into Glitch, but I don't know. I also have a very hard time knowing if the glass is there or not. There's a robot out there. Did I just get sniped at? What the fuck was that? Oh, he had a sniper. Alright, this gun's very... The green boy got me. I was not paying attention. My character's stuck in a weird state. That's awesome. Yeah, this map is definitely, like... I think Perimeter's a better map. Than Dire Marsh. Also, Twitch chat's being weird. Not you guys, just Twitch itself. Instead, I just reconnected, so whatever the fuck that means. Fuck is that noise? Oh, that's what it is. Okay, he shot down the big loot chest. All right, so I think we just go for getting out at this point. We'll loot here and get the fuck out of here. Where do we need to go? Well, we're at station. Okay, cool. So we're going to loot the big chest and then get the fuck out of here so that Tony can go do the things that he needs to do. All right, they're ready to go. Cool. Let's get all these explosives. Shit, they got a player.
On the move.
Let's go, let's go.
It seems like Glitch's ulti makes Glitch run faster. That's cool. Might as well use the old arm cannon.
Prepare for increased hostile action.
That's fun. I don't know. Tony's played once human. Twitch chat is always weird. It's especially weird when you have like creator dashboard up. Yo, Hyperion's live. I just saw the follow. Thank you so much. I apologize. I'm trying to do like a design breakdown of Marathon, and we're at the end of our stream, so I appreciate you sticking around. I appreciate the follow. Sorry I wasn't so talkative, but yeah, I'm trying to like explain my feelings about Marathon itself. And hey, we had 2 successful runs. I think we died in one, but it was very fast in the solo no fill. This guy's fighting a robot. Seems like they once Human and Cyberpunk had a baby to make this art style. Yeah, I could see that. All right, Tony, where are you at?
I'm here.
Cool. How are you? Should I do one more run, or you need to go?
No, I gotta go.
You gotta go? Okay, cool. Yep. Sorry guys for the usually we'll run a little bit longer sometimes, but today we gotta call it quickly. Tony's got to do a bunch of real life shit outside of the stream. So yeah, thank you everyone for hanging out. Thank you for the new follow, Hyperion's live. We stream Wednesday and Thursday. So Wednesdays in the morning. If you are around, we'd love to have you come back on Wednesday. If you want to watch any of our VODs, they're all up on the YouTube. So let's do this. I think we already sent you the link tree. But if you want to go see any of our other content to see if it's like a good fit for you and you're enjoying it, I mean, obviously you followed, so I hope you're enjoying it. But the stream has been live for like a year and a half. So yeah, wishlist Hyperscape, please. It's up on Steam. And if you want to see some of our older content, all of it's up on the YouTube. So go click on, I think live is the right tab, and you'll see all of the VODs. There's like close to 100 of them. So check us out, and really appreciate you being here. Everyone have a great weekend. Don't forget Brightside Beat Off tonight if you want to go check out some sick music. I think that's all I've got. Tony, you got anything? Org3, thank you for the follow. Artificial Sky with the gifted, thank you so much.
Ooh, that's a good end.
5 gifted, yo, my guy. And Artificial Sky, we're gonna go hunt some monsters, so I'm looking forward to that. I'll be waiting, so just hit me up as soon as you're on and you're ready to go. LFQ, you guys are insane. Thank you guys so much.
You guys are crazy.
Thank you guys so much. Have a good weekend, everybody. We love you. Sorry to cut it a little short after all the hype right now. We love you guys so much. Thank you so much. Everyone have a good weekend. We will see you next Wednesday. We stream in the morning, 10 a.m. to noon Mountain Time. We'll be talking about Unreal. I think that's it. Is that it?
Bye, everybody. Thank you.
Bye, everyone. We love you. Thank you so much.